Apart from all the heartwarming moments, My 600-Pound Life also had a fair share of stories that didn't turn out so great. Many times, the arguments went so bad that they kept fans on their toes. Some patients went out of control, and sometimes Dr. Now had to be harsh with them by confronting them with the ground reality. And even though he sounds sweet, many times he lost his cool on the show. Today, we will be exploring the moments when Dr. Now got rude and inconsiderate of the patient's feelings. So, here are some of the moments when the doctor was completely harsh on his patients. Stephen Asante.
I had an agreement with the fire department, with the chief, that do not transport this patient unless you call me.
Stephen Asante made his first appearance on My 600-Pound Life in 2017 and has since been the talk of the town. He's one of the show's most divisive patients. Stephen Asante weighed approximately 800 pounds when he was first introduced to the audience. The main problem with his case was his mobility and drug addiction. His weight loss journey was complicated from the start due to the struggles with drug addiction. Dr. Now accused him that due to his criminal past, Stephen relies only on food and drugs. This portrayal of a negative image from the very start made him loathed by the public. During the recording of one episode, Stephen dialed 911 and told them that he was in pain and wanted to go to the hospital. Again, this was only because he was an addict and wanted a refill on his pain meds. Dr. Now was already mad at him for skipping appointments, and this made him even more furious. He even blamed the paramedics who were only performing their duties and told them to not come unless called by him. The doctor then informed Stephen that he was canceling his insurance and would have him jailed the next time he would dare to call in. He didn't stop there, as after a spat, he ordered Stephen to leave, threatening to call the cops if he didn't go. Dr. Now even said that if he even tries to raise his voice, he will report to the security officials, and wrapped up the conversation by emphasizing that Stephen is either going to wind up in jail again or dead.
The next time you do this, you'll be arrested.
I'm gonna leave.
No.
I feel uncomfortable.
Ashley Taylor.
Things are so difficult in my life now because of how big I let myself become.
Ashley Taylor from Season 8 is the classic case of Dr. Now's rudeness towards the patients. She was dubbed as the most controversial patient to ever appear on the show. This was mainly because she wasn't taking her consultations or eating plan seriously, and usually ended up walking out midway through the appointment after having a verbal spat with a doctor. Ashley didn't disclose her weight at the start of the episode, but at the wrap-up of her journey, she weighed approximately 469 pounds. She was unfortunately marked as insufficient to qualify for the gastric bypass surgery, even though she claimed that she weighed over 600 pounds but dropped the weight during depressive episodes. Dr. Now obviously doubted her claims, because when he asked her what she does all day, she replied that she watches TV, talks to her friends, and also catfishes. Yeah, catfish! You may remember her from the MTV show Catfish. The doctor even pointed out that she had been avoiding eye contact for most of the appointment, and had asked her if it was because she was a pathological liar. This was pretty insensitive for him to say, as many people with anxiety issues tried to avoid eye contact with other people during conversations. She admitted that she's no angel, but despite her embarrassment, Dr. Now didn't let her off the hook easily. Because Ashley Taylor isn't on social media, it's difficult to know how she's doing right now. However, if you want to see more of her, you'll be pleased to know that she appeared on a different reality show.
I'm hoping we get to have the surgery because that's what I want. If I don't have the surgery, then this was a waste of my time.
And Jeanette.
Just trying to get out of bed in the morning is excruciatingly painful.
When Whaley began her journey on My 600-Pound Life, she talked about her lifelong battle with binge eating, which started after her mother tragically passed away due to heroin overdose. Dr. Now, the show's resident surgeon, estimated her weight to be around 679 pounds on her first visit. When it came to discussing her dietary habits, Anne said that she has mobility issues. She further described her condition by stating that walking for a short distance is also quite challenging for her. Even the viewers could see that after walking some steps used to leave Anne out of breath for a couple of minutes. Her extremely limited mobility was the main reason for her eating loads of junk. But Dr. Now didn't seem to believe her and belittled her by questioning if walking up to a salad was much tougher for her than walking to a pizza, despite her being unable to prepare the meal herself. He further said that if nothing changes, she only has a year of her life left. To this inconsiderate statement, Anne replied that her biggest challenge is her mobility, and it's very hard for her to stand a lot, so she usually just grabs whatever's convenient or quick enough to prepare. Even though she was belittled at every stage, Anne eventually came through this huge quest and managed to make changes in her lifestyle. She complied with a strict weight loss diet and exercise schedules, and at last, Anne got approved for the surgery after losing 274 pounds of weight.
My dad is helping me do it. He had gone back to Oregon after my surgery.
Angie J.
The life I'm living right now is miserable.
Angela Marie Dunham-Johns, commonly known as Angie J, was one of the most notorious persons to ever appear on TLC's My 600-Pound Life. Angie's journey was not easy to begin with, as she came from a sexually abused upbringing and also battled drug addiction as a young adult. Angie weighed 643 pounds when she first joined the show in season 7 and sought help from Dr. Now. She and her family traveled all the way from Ohio to Texas, only to discover that she needed to shed a large amount of weight prior to even being considered for weight loss surgery. There is no doubt that she was a mess. 5 months after her first consultation, she visited a local clinic to have her weight checked. After that, she called Dr. Now to inform him about the results, but he immediately noticed that something was off because she didn't lose much weight, and apart from that, she also sounded a little high. And Dr. Now didn't take this lightly, as he warned her that he would kick her out of the program if she would not be able to complete her goal in the given time. He even takes digs at his weight and bluntly reminds her that maybe she has forgotten that she has only lost 50 pounds in 1 month. Dr. Now further accuses her of sabotaging her weight loss by misusing medicines. Angie J's episode finished with the 39-year-old only losing 49 pounds in 8 months. But later, it was revealed that she managed to get successfully approved for her weight loss surgery.
If you don't do that, then there is nothing more to discuss with you. So that's your only choice.
James King.
Once I'm up and the day has started, all I'm waiting on is sausage, eggs, and biscuits all covered in gravy.
After failing to lose weight in this first episode due to a life-threatening infection, James was ready to alter his life once more with a follow-up episode. James himself was pretty confident at his chance, but while filming, Dr. Now asserted that he had been gaining weight in the hospital. He implied that he was cheating on Dr. Now's diet. He assured him that he was trying his best, but this time, Dr. Now wasn't having it and constantly criticized his behavior. The initial plan was to put him on a diet plan so that he won't get himself to 750 pounds. Dr. Now was adamant that he would not be able to complete the goal if he wouldn't show him a proper transformation. He even fought with James and implied that he was a waste of time by saying that he would not waste his resources on helping him. So, Dr. Now made it plain that he has had enough of James by saying that he is sick of his behavior and that he is doing nothing to help himself. Unfortunately, he passed away in April of 2020. TLC tweeted 4 days after his death to reflect on the loss of James King, who chronicled his weight loss journey on My 600-Pound Life. All of our thoughts and prayers are with his family.
My dad, because he didn't take it serious when we first got here, like I've been trying to get him to.
Shanae Murray.
When I'm eating, I do feel happy.
Shanae had a few run-ins with Dr. Now while appearing on My 600-Pound Life back in 2018. She had a rather tragic upbringing, which led her to spiral more into an unhealthy diet, despite the fact that she always dreamed of getting married and having children. Even her dreams were not enough to motivate her. Since beginning of the program, it was clear that she wasn't truly willing to make changes in her lifestyle for her weight loss surgery. Dr. Now also gave up all hope on her after he discovered an empty pizza box in the garbage.
Shanae, the lying need to stop now. Okay, Shanae? Here's the situation.
Okay.
After speaking with the other staff, he discovered it was actually from Shanae's room.
The hospital staff not only seen you eating pizza, but burgers.
Even though her boyfriend claimed that he was the one who ate it, the doctor remained persistent and blamed Shanae for all this.
It was me that ate it. She didn't eat any of that.
You both need to stop lying.
He said that despite their efforts, they will not be able to fool him. Furthermore, the doc tried to get her to admit it, but she said that it was the water weight.
I'm telling you, doctor, I got water weight.
After this, the two started to banter and fight about whether consuming food caused her to gain weight or not. The doctor didn't consider any other possibility behind her weight loss and kept implying that she was making no progress, which means she wasn't eating less.
I know my mistakes and where I made them at.
That's all for today's viewers with moments when Dr. Now was extremely harsh on his patients from My 600 Pound Life. Thanks for watching, and if you liked the video, leave a comment below and click the like button. Last but not least, don't forget to hit the bell icon and subscribe to our channel for our latest videos.